Hi everyone. By the sound of the crickets in my background, you already know that it is either early morning or late night. In this case, the crickets you're hearing is from the evening and not from the video itself because I muted the audio and I'm just doing a voiceover. But I started out very early this morning. I started hanging laundry at 5:30 a.m. because I had to go on the road for the entire day today. So I'm going to take you through what Denvi and I got up to as it relates to the handing over of the house for our first tenant at our second investment property. So I know that's a mouthful, so we'll go through it. Started out with the regulars, which is the uniforms. I did all of that from very early because I always try to hang from back to front so that I don't have anything in my way as I'm hanging backwards. And I start with the uniforms because the sooner I get them on the line, the faster they will dry. Unfortunately, this morning, I did not have the luxury of just having them dry and I could pick them up readily because as you can see here, it started raining. So I actually made a video about this and put it on TikTok, and I was saying this is like pain in every language because not only because I spent my time putting out the clothes and everything, but just because they were like almost dry and now they were getting wet. But anyways, while it rained a little, I went and I had a breakfast and I checked on the other load of clothes because I had the whites still washing. So while it was raining, I decided that I would just sort the whites in the laundry room. So normally I would go downstairs and sort, but I didn't do that this morning. I had to take my pills because this week I wasn't so well. It was a rough week, but I went to the doctor on Thursday, got some medication, so I ate my breakfast, took my meds, and I'm trying to remember to take my vitamins because I can never remember to take the vitamins since I bought that bottle of vitamins at Price Mart about, I don't remember how long, 2-3 weeks ago. I don't think I've taken 5 out of it as yet. But the rain held up and I was able to hang out all the whites. Then I came back upstairs and I cleaned my room, cleaned my bathroom, got ready, and then it was time to head out. So Deja, my tail, decided that she needed to come with me. So I said, okay, I'll take her with me. But no, I don't think she's going to make that mistake again because she think Mama said did I go ramp. But she didn't realize how much work I was going to get done. Anyways, the first stop was at the hardware. So we went to one hardware and we bought a number of the things. Now guys, the important thing about all of this, my husband decided that he somehow knows what to do, and because I trust him, I trust his judgment, I always allow him to do whatever he says he can do because I believe in him. Now when we went to the place, I'm showing you the old footage in the left hand corner. This is last week when we went to the place, how it looked. So this was last week Saturday, and when I went and I looked, then I went to the property Saturday and cleaned up. No, I think I went the week before and took the footage. He went there last week and cleaned up, and look how nice and pretty the place was. He did such an awesome job cleaning it up. But back to what I was saying now about the whole plumbing, right? We needed to install a water pump and a tank, right? So that in the event that we lose water at the property, the tenant is not inconvenienced. So here I'm just showing you how the entire place looks now, because if you remember, you know how far we're coming from. You remember how the back looked and everything, and I hope you have been watching and following the journey. But this is how the place looks now, and I can never get over this view. It's such a breathtaking view because it's like literally overlooking the ocean. It's a really nice view. We'll have a few more tiles to lay. The landscaper has a few more tiles to lay on one side of the driveway, but we'll get that sorted. We went to another hardware because we didn't have everything that we needed. So then we went and got some electrical pipes and whatever. And I've been trying to say, but you know, I'm just trying to go with the video, that Somehow, then we have figured out all of what he needed to get this job done. Now remember, Denver is not a plumber, he's not an electrician, but he was able to just figure out everything we needed and get all of them. So while he was sorting out getting a ride to take the tank over, Deja and I were in the car and we decided to have a snack. So she had a chocolate chip cookie and I had a cheese tricks, one of the red, what do you call it, sugar balls? Don't remember what it's called. But we decided to share while we were there. So I had one of hers, she had one of mine, and we just had a nice little bonding moment, sharing and having our snacks. We eventually got someone to take the tank over to the property, but we ended up starting a bit later than we had planned, and so unfortunately we weren't able to finish off everything. But guys, I had a budget of 80,000. No, initially I said $70,000. Said I didn't want to pass $70,000 between to set up the pump and the tank, but I'm sure we spent over $100,000 today. Some of the receipts you'll see, I tried to capture most of it, but it was a whole lot. Things are expensive. But what I look at is that I could have had to pay somebody maybe $20,000 or $25,000. I don't know what it's the cost for things like these. If you know, you can put it in the comments. But I could have had to pay for that. Now, Deja got a balloon at the store and it blew away. Went all the way over to the neighbor's property, so she had to go and pick it up. So that's what I was showing you there. Anyway, then we had drilled a hole in the wall and him start doing thing. Him start fish the wires through and whatever, and I was helping him and I was just sweating. And I'm saying, it's kind of me same on this in my heels and something during the week. They on work site, I work and I sweat, so I say, okay, say, me need to get paid as a laborer because me I tell you, say, my work, he did most of the work though. He was like like how you have a mason and then you have a laborer. He was like the plumber / electrician and I was a laborer. But this was a typical case of what you call this now, trust the process. Because me I tell you, say, the more I look at it, the more confused me get. Every time I look, I say, boy, like I knew he knew what he was doing, but I just couldn't see it coming together. Like I couldn't see the vision. I couldn't see the end product. And I was just looking at all the tools and everything that he had there, and I was so confused. Anyways, he sent me back to the hardware for him because he didn't buy the water filter and some other stuff. So I went back to the hardware. While I was there, I was having such a terrible headache, and I realized that other than the cheese tricks, because by this time it was like maybe 4 o'clock in the evening, I realized I hadn't eaten. So I went to Juicy Patties. Deja don't really love patty. She can't manage the meat. So I said, I buy one cheese bread for her. Suppose you see the little slice of cheese, like really and truly. The little singles that I buy, it's like one of that in the cocoa bread, which of course couldn't do nothing. So I ended up taking that because she never liked it anyway. So I just take it and put my patty in there. But when I finished eating, I decided to stuff the box. It just came to me because I was trying to pack away all the garbage. And as I was doing it, I literally had deja vu of being a child and how we used to make these boxes, use these boxes to make ball, to play sightings or dandy shandy or whatever you call it. I don't know if you experienced it, but this is what we used to do. We used to beat down the edges to make sure that, it don't hurt anybody when we throw. But we stuffed the box, man. But as I was doing it, I was just remembering. I checked back on Denver after we finished eating, and may I tell you that the sun was so hot. Denver was sweating like a pig, may I tell you, man. Him sweating, him work, may I tell you, do him work. Me I tell no lie, him work. I don't know how much money him save me, but I know say a whole heap of money. And the thing is, this is not the first time. He did it for the other house, and he did it for our house as well. Now, Deja, this story now, I have to tell you, say Deja don't eat the meaty part of the patty. She eat the crust only. So Like sometimes I'm watching videos with like Nisha and Zion, and I see how Zion eat up in patty. And me just so impressed because Deja can't eat the meat, only the crust she eat. Deja and I played Dandy Shandy for a little while, and then we checked back again on Denver. From time to time he would ask us to pass stuff for him, or you know, whatever support we could give him, we gave him. He dug out the side to put in the filter and to bury the pipes and whatever. Put on one lock off so in case him need to fix nothing on the water heater. No, on the filter and whatever. This was me just showing you the progress, but as I said, for me it was pretty confusing, but I knew that in the end whatever he was doing would somehow come together because he's a really smart guy. So him know him I do him, and he's really good with things like these. Like I'm so impressed by things like this because nobody taught him these things. He just somehow, I don't know if it tell you. He just know saying no if it do it. So anyways, he was doing this and I said, baby, I will do this part and you go do the part that I can't do. So me take me what this name trowel and me start to cover up back the pipes for him. It took me a little while, and I was worse because I was trying to record while I was doing it. That Nina workout plus the amount of material, it was a bit too much to use just this. So I decided to switch over now and use the shovel. But before I did that, I asked my nice daughter to record for me. So I gave her the phone and tell her, say, you know, do a video for mommy's vlog. And I was so impressed that she actually took the camera and she did it so well. Even when I was saying to her that I said, Deja, did you capture it? She said, yeah, my hand was a bit shaky, but you know, I got it. I mean, I tell you, I was quite impressed. But my battery was dying by this time. I think around this time it was maybe like after 5. But I covered up the stuff and then I went to help him draw out pipe. So my daughter video for me again here saying I don't want to see me a draw out pipe. Nobody can tell me say me could work on one construction site in a lie. I tell you I could manage it. Because I tell you say even when me done do this, I sweat. Tired. I said, boy, to each his own. Everybody have their value. Everybody have their contribution because some things just not for me. But anyways, we did what we went to do, and that is the most important thing. So it was getting really dark and so on. So it was time for us to start winding down. But guys, overall, it was a successful day, a productive day. The main thing that we went there to do, we got done, which was to set this up. Then we will have to go back and do just a little bit more work because we were drawing in the pipes and so on in the evening, but it's not quite through because he needs to put a little turn off thing in the washroom inside the house. But anyways, this was the end result. You can hear the success for yourself.